Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a micro lock style on my beautiful client. And as you can see right now, we're just greasing her scalp and getting her ready. Now I'm just parting her hair. I'm doing about 10 parts just to highlight where the micro locks are going to be. And I'm putting gel in her hair just to really highlight the parts and make it defined so it looks really good when the twists are done. I'm just parting it down the middle here and putting gel so that the hair stays apart and neat. And now I'll tie it up and do the rest. Again, we're just trying to get the parts really defined so that the hair doesn't mix in with each other and so it stays apart and so her parts are really nice and crisp. For the parting, we need to make lines that correspond on either side of her head, even though they're in different sections. So, for example, the first parts in her hair start at the middle of her ear on one side and get to the middle of her ear on the second side. And so, with the other parting on her hair, it starts with her left temple and gets to her right temple. And then there's just a middle part after that that runs straight down the middle of her head. And it needs to be this way so that her hair is symmetrical on either side and so that all of her parts run smoothly. Also, so that she can do whatever style she wants and flip her hair to whichever direction without it looking off. Pre-parting sister locks before actually starting really helps because it just gives you smaller sections to work with, so it's easier to do the twists in each section. Now we're getting started with the parting for the very first line of her hair. Now, as you can see, for micro locks, we need the parts to be really small and tiny. And although we've only done a little section of her head, there's about 10 to 15 twists in there. With each one, you need to start firm at the base and twist all the way to the ends. Now we're about halfway through the second section, and as you can see, it needs to be really thin. The parts need to be really thin, and we use gel to keep the hair away from each other so that the parts can be really nice and crisp. Here we finished about 3.5 sections, and her hair is really coming together nicely. Now we've started on the fourth section, remembering to keep those lines nice and thin, and the parts really crispy. Now here we finished the fourth section, and as you can see, there are about 50 locks or so in there. And we started with the fifth section in her hair, bringing us nearly halfway done. I'm interlocking her hair as I work my way up to the top because if I do it when her hair is all done, because of how full it is and how small each one is, I risk leaving a few locks behind. And when I'm all done with the interlocking for the beginning of her hair, I start on the fifth section. Again, making sure that her parts are really crispy and really small, and making sure that I twist all the way to the ends of her hair. Now we're done about half her hair, and you can already see how beautiful and full it's turning out to be. You can see how detailed all of her parts are and how crisp they all are. And it's just really beautiful and really pretty. Like, just look at it. It's so full and luscious and lovely and pretty. Just wait for her hair to lock, you guys. It's going to be so beautiful. Now that we're done admiring, it's time to start on section number 6, starting right above her ear. Again, we're just making those parts really, really crispy and really detailed and making it really small so it just blends in with the rest of her hair. Now here is a full halfway look at her hair. Now we're starting at the top and we have 4 more sections to go. Also, I never forget to interlock as I go because it just makes things a whole lot easier for me. The 7th section is all done. Now it's time to get started with the 8th. Now we're on the last twist for the 8th section. We're nearly done, you guys. Now we're at the 9th and the second last section. We've come a really, really long way from the start. We're almost done, you guys. We're parting and clipping the rest away for extra definition in her parts. And boom, now we're just about 4 left in her hair. We're basically done. And it looks really pretty. It's really full. You can really see all of her parts. They're really, really defined. And now we're interlocking and showing off her hair, showing off her parts, showing off how crisp and pretty everything looks. Now we're just playing around with it and giving you guys a full look of everything, all of her parts. I'd say that they're about, I'd say 400 parts in her hair. Just playing around with it, showing you guys everything, giving a full look, exclusive look on how pretty her hair looks. And just wait, give her a couple months, let everything lock, and everything is gonna look so much better. Now, just moving her hair around, flipping it different ways so you guys can really see everything and really get the full look of everything. Now I'm putting her hair in the same little sections that they were in the beginning so we can compare from the before look and the after look. Now that we're done, you can really see how each part from each section of her hair corresponds with the part on the other side of her hair. Now look, her hair is so pretty in these sections. You can see everything, you can see every part. Like, just look at it. It's so pretty. It's so adorable. And the yellow just makes it look really nice in the parts. You can see everything in all the little locks everywhere, how plenty, how pretty they are. Now we're just taking everything out and we're styling it in barrel twists. It's a classic style for locks, and we're doing 3 barrel twists. Now I'm tying the ends together just to give it its real finished look. And we're putting mousse on it, tying her with the do-rag, and she's going underneath the dryer. Now she's out of the dryer and it's time to put oil and mist in her hair for extra hydration and extra moisture. And she's all done. Just look at how pretty everything is. Aww.